Member of Parliament Roysdale Ford has accused the government of talking about electoral reform for the past 5 years, but has done nothing. Speaking in the National Assembly today, Monday, Ford said the talk of a fair electoral system was nothing but talk.
If this bill had passed, the effect of it, really and truly, would have been to confer on the Guyana Elections Commission, particularly the Commissioner of Registration, the Chief Elections Officer, with a very disturbing power and authority to exercise, Mr. Speaker, to exercise a discretion, Mr. Speaker, in relation to whether persons who are qualified to vote will be allowed to be registered, and to permit persons who are disqualified to remain on the
He
register.
said that this highlights the fact that the government has ensured that the Guyana Elections Commission can't generate an election that could be considered fair. Ford said that after 5 years, the Guyana Election Commission remains a hostage to the legislation.
This government has failed to implement the recommendations from every single election observer from the 2020 elections. Mr. Speaker, let's look at the CARICOM 2020 report. It says first that as a minimum condition of electoral reform, the CARICOM team recommends the urgent need for a total re-registration of all voters in Guyana. The government has failed to do so.
GCOM, with its government representatives, failed to support the call for total registration. The Organization of American States noted the bloated electoral list, Ford said.
They say, Mr. Speaker, that the official list of electors for the 2020 general and regional elections contains 660,998 names, a number that is relatively high in relation to the estimated population of Guyana, 785,000. In explaining the reasons for the bloating of the list, GCOM noted that it includes the names of persons who are dead or who no longer reside in Guyana.
The absence of legislation stymies GCOM from cleaning the list. The Carter Center in the European Union also has similar recommendations.
The Commonwealth Organization, Mr. Speaker, calls for a new National Register of Registrants to be completed. They point out the failure to complete that process between July and August 2019. And definitely they refer to the need of legislative reform. Mr. Speaker, the government has failed to bring that sort of legislation which is required. Importantly, Mr. Speaker, if this bill had passed, Mr. Speaker, yes, Mr. Speaker, if this bill had passed, it would have aggravated, Mr. Speaker. It would have aggravated, Mr. Speaker, the current problem that exists at the Elections Commission.
Ford said that the government has failed to bring any resolution to this impasse. The government also failed to bring legislation pertaining to biometrics.
In the Republic of Ghana, they were able to implement biometrics for millions of persons within 6 months. The government has failed to bring such legislation, which would only improve the electoral system and to reduce fraud, voter impersonation that marred the last elections.
He said that it transpired that during the last elections, at least 13% of the votes in District 1 were fraudulent.
We now see why they don't want to bring the sort of legislation that is needed. Because they are the architects of electoral fraud.